wanted us to get started with Russ versus Future. Um, you guys are all familiar with Ciara, the artist, and um, I guess he was in a relationship with Future at some point, and then moved on to uh, Russ. So right now she's with Russ, and she makes posts on social media every now and then about them, having fun, turning up, this happy couple, and then there's always mixed reactions from the public. I feel like men and women have like mixed reactions because those kind of posts. And I mean, from women, for example, you would see posts like God win, or tell me the prayer says, how did you move from a toxic man to a good man type of thing. And then you have like a counter from the man that always, they would respond by saying that women don't naturally go for guys like that, and then that Russ is corny and things like that, or basically just putting this idea that like women don't go for nice guys in general. And then you have also like responses from women that say that, that the men who come off as nice guys usually just do it to get whatever they want, that they don't usually get approached by nice guys, and just toxic guys that come with the intention of, spoiling their life or destroying their life. And then, it's just that back and forth, right? So I wanted us to talk about that. And my first question to you guys is just like, do you think women are more attracted to nice guys over toxic guys, or is that cap? That's what I'm going to start off with.
You would attract.
So basically, some of you guys here, maybe you have been toxic or you were toxic in your past life. So do you think that women give more attention to toxic guys over nice guys in general?
Good question, man.
Because me, I've been a little bit of both.
Yeah, so so basically in that, so do you think that when you're a toxic guy, maybe I don't know if you have women like a toxic guy, did you get more attention from women, and then maybe when you're a nice guy, they were just like flashing this guy and everything. So just want to give you your thoughts on all that.
So like Rustin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so in this case, I guess people always portray Russ as the good man and Future as like the toxic guy, you know what I'm saying? So
he's from the streets, so
exactly. That's
yeah.
But
see, for me, right? Like, I'm like, the way I'm thinking about it, right? If you think about it backwards, right? For you to start calling a guy toxic, or for girls to start saying, yo, stay away from this guy, it's because he's cutting girls. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to see a guy that doesn't get girls in the first place. Like, that's just always on his own. That every now and then you see girl. No guy's going to say, yo, you stay away from that guy's toxic, because he hasn't been with that many girls for you to even know if he's toxic. So like, sense. I just feel like it's all like revolving. Like, I don't know which one comes first. Are you toxic because you've been with a lot of girls and then they see that, or is it because you're toxic that you get a lot of girls? Like, which one like comes first? I'm not even sure about that, to be honest.
I would say to that question that like you're toxic because maybe you have clout and then you chase a lot of girls at the same time, right. And then maybe you manipulate
right?
You get what I'm saying now.
They're not attracted to you because you're toxic. They're attracted because of your clout, but you're using that to manipulate, and then you're toxic.
Right,
that's the way I look at it, to be honest. But that makes sense. But going to the whole future Russ thing, right? Like, for me, like, Ciara can be cool with Russ and whatever. Like, she's even married to him, but like, me personally, I just feel like that guy be doing the extra most with Future's son. Like, no. Future's son, this is not your son, bro. The guy will be doing a lot of posting pictures. Bro, that's not your son. Like, do it with your actual son. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like he knows people always comment on social media every time he does that shit with Future son. So he keeps doing it. Like, and I'm like, bro, you need to chill, man. That's not your son. Like, do it with your own son. You can just be like, hey, happy birthday, that type of shit. That goes out of his way. You get what I'm saying? Goes out of his way to say, I love you, son, blah, blah, blah.
So Cat Talk saying the drum for clout.
I don't know, man. I don't know the guy, so I don't know, but I just feel like the guy needs to, like, I don't know. He might be doing it for clout, because like, I'm not gonna lie, he knows people hear that shit, man. He knows people, obviously he hears that shit, and he knows
they probably don't comment for Instagram.
Exactly. So he knows, but he keeps doing it. So my question is,
I mean,
that's the view. I feel like that's one perspective.
right.
But I disagree. But that's a good way to see it, actually.
I mean, you can see that he actually is doing it because he loves the kid.
I won't be surprised if it's.
And you can also, nobody really know what's in their mind, man. But I feel you like. At the end of the day, I begin to enjoy. I'm sure. I need to enjoy the love.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Bro. The guy go they post pictures where the guy they say, "I love you, dad," that type of shit. Like, bro, why you posting that shit? That's not your son. Like, even if he says, "I love you, dad," that shit low key. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I pray say no go using Bona account go send up the future.
I'm gonna go see and catch heart attack.
Hey, bro, imagine Future watching that thing, man.
That Future is not as good of a dad as he is. Do you understand? I feel like Ross is like that with his own kids. I just feel like the guy just.
It's possible.
Just don't like. How do we know though? Is it because of the like regular social depiction of Future? Because he's a rapper, he does all this crazy shit with girls, so he's not. We don't know. You know what I mean?
We don't know, but it's when people have similar stories. Different people have similar stories. That's a trace.
But that's women, not children. I'm not saying Sierra come and say, "Yo, Future is a bad dad." She has never said that.
Not that kind of person. That's true. Future's in the streets, man. That guy, he has kids.
No. I'm not even doubting that for sure. I'm just saying, like, are you sure, like Ross?
Future might not be that bad of a dad, honestly, but Ross might.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, there was this one time that Future brought his son, like, I don't know if it was Rolex or something. And the guy was really, I don't know how the son. It's like, somebody was like, yo, get this guy a Spider-Man toy or something, man. He goes buy a Rolex.
I get what you're saying, though. I mean,
like those things like that, do they kind of give you an idea of the kind of person he is?
But the only thing I would say is, like,
yes, it does. That's what he's thinking, so definitely.
Yeah, because I mean, the only thing I would say is, like, I understand, like, children growing up, like, the things you want to do as a father is, like, go to your child's, like, football game in school, that type of shit. And that's what Ross does. Future doesn't have time for that. So,
so that's why he's a toxic guy, man.
Why? Because he's
I'm not justifying that. I'm saying I know Future doesn't have time for that, so that's why Ross is doing it. But like, I guess
that's why they talk Future as a
I'm not gonna lie, right? If I was in that position, right,
mm-hmm.
I'll do those same things. Like, if I'm like, okay, this guy's dad really is out in the streets, like, I need to be that father figure for him because I'm married to his mom, that type of shit, right? I feel like I'll do it, but I'll do it low key. I'm not gonna be posting it on social media. You get what I'm saying? I have no issue with what Ross is doing. My only thing is, bro, you're posting it on social media. You know his dad is gonna see that shit, bro. How do you think Future feels when Future is seeing his son calling another man, "Hey, dad"? Like, bro, that shit gonna hurt you, bro.
Right, so what if the song was not Future? Do you think he's gonna post that?
His dad is right.
That's true.
If the song was not Future, not on that person way. So I get the kids.
He might not.
Will they be posting all that on social media?
I think he'll post. First of all,
probably won't.
That's what I'm saying. Might not.
Like the way he's posting it.
Like when we see their pictures or when we see them doing any flash, it's through Ciara's account or both of them. But I feel like he's not really that much of a social media type. I don't follow. Might be wrong, but Ciara is the person that who's more active because artists is, he's not all about carrying my Future's face. That's my son. Nah, you just see them when they're together as a family. That's the pictures I see. You know,
I pray.
I
What it was premeditated. What is that? Ross, the class, I'm about to hold this guy.
Right on, because another angle.
He's gonna do off guard.
Yeah, I know. I get on my guy, we do that thing for picture.
Oh my god.
I guess the way why I'm answering the question then, because first I think the question was why do women?
We didn't even tackle the question. Yeah.
Are you a
Yeah,
future?
like, and then that, speaking on the actual point, right? Like, if I'm being honest, man, like, at the end of the day, I feel like women too, they're ready to maybe get married. Like, when you're talking about like early 20s or even younger, mid 20s even, I feel like women are clout chasers, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga with the clout is the toxic nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, girls want to be with a guy that can say other girls are trying to be with them, you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, trying to fuck.
Most girls don't want just a dead guy that, yo, no babies, even trying. You hear what I'm saying? You don't have to think about it.
Well, it's focusing on his studies, man.
No, you can focus on your studies, but it's different if they focus on your studies, but your girl, they worry, say, oh, yo, this girl was always disturbing my guy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what if you're just a dead guy, which she don't even got stick twice, say, oh, see me the cheap, just say, oh, see me ain't got it like that, but hell no. I feel like girls, they always go for guys that, because in the first place, right, when a girl meets you in the first place, right, because everybody talks about this personality stuff, but let's be real.
Yeah, sure you don't.
If I have the best personality in the world, and I walk up today, what do you say?
Are you sure you don't want to rephrase and say some girls where they come for you?
Oh, no, girls. Okay, no. If I'm being honest, this is
it's a general statement.
This is a fact. No. But Barry, listen, this is a fact, right? Every girl, they always say, no, I'm not a lot about physical appearance or money. I can believe the money. I don't think all girls are about money, right? But the physical appearance one, I don't buy that. Even for guys too, I don't buy that for guys. Because I can be the ugliest guy in the room. I have the best personality. If I walk up to a girl, she's not even going to give me a chance to even know my personality, because she's going to be like, hell no. You get what I'm saying? Based off your look alone. So how? So for me to even get a chance to get to know her, for her to get to know me, I have to look good. You feel me? So physical appearance matters first, then maybe it matters for you to even get to know the person. Then that's when they get to know you. They're like, oh, I actually like this person. Then things can move on. That's how I feel. Because like, if a girl is ugly, for example, and she comes up to me at a club, bro, I'm going to be like, hell no, I'm good. You feel me? Like, I'm good. Unless I'm extra horny that night, and I don't know. But like, well, for the most part, you're going to be like, you're good.
Sound like you're toxic, man.
Yeah. But you're not going to want to, like, just say, oh, like, she's ugly, but, like, let me get to know her. She's having a personality. You're not. What do you say?
You play it off.
Yeah, bro, that's the way me I think, honestly. I feel like physical appearance matters. And again, like, most of those toxic niggas have clout, so I feel like girls, when they say a guy that everyone is always talking about, that's a popular guy in school, for example, that kind of stuff, they're already hyped up. You get what I'm saying? That's how I feel, man.
So they don't give a fuck at that point.
Yeah. It's when they now actually start dating the guy, then they will start complaining about stuff the guy has always been doing. You get what I'm saying?
So the way they follow here about before.
So basically, saying that they like a future more than they like a Ross.
Yeah.
I mean, some people like
so like Ross has clout too. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't say future and Ross, because like Ross is a football player if I'm really looking at it. You get what I'm saying? But if Ross was just like a pastor, for example, like if someone we've never heard of that's just a good guy, that's when it would be a good example. But at the end of the day, people who take football players, it's not like he doesn't have clout at all. We're not comparing future to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to the question, actually, because I feel like everyone has their opinions, you know.
Right.
And if you agree, if you don't agree, but that's a good background.
So wait, so on Larry, the question is it that many girls like more toxic men than an actual good guy, or are we talking about?
That's my question, and that's like, sorry, go ahead.
Basically,
so like if you want to like say who likes like from numbers, who you think say girls like what do they like? Do they like toxic niggas more, or a cool guy or a good guy more.
Right. So basically, that was basically my question. And my
Yeah.
answer is also the same as Simi. That like women, especially if they're young, they go for a clout, and then I guess the nice guy doesn't get played.
Man, my own answer.
And I feel like
don't worry.
you guys really think about it, because I mean, yeah, the nice guy will get. Well, I mean, it goes back to what Simi was saying, that actually the guy with the clout is the one that will have more game, have more experience with women and stuff like that. And the nice guy might not even have as much experience, and might not be that good with words and stuff. So at the end of the day, he's more liable. The toxic guy is more liable to get more girls. Anyway. That's why you see Future having more big mama almost every other day, that kind of thing. So everyone's saying this nigga is toxic, but he's getting baby mamas. So who lying?
Right, exactly. They're not saying no, man.
Somebody lying, bro.
Let me. I had this real argument actually recently. Not really an argument, just a conversation recently, right? So it was pretty much like, look at Chris Brown, bro. Look at all the cases Chris Brown has had with domestic violence. If you talk about a random guy, let's say, God forbid, like I'm on Twitter today for beating my girlfriend, everyone is going to be killing me. Like, yo, what kind of guy are you? Every girl out there. But like, dude, how many domestic violence cases does Chris Brown have? And how many girls still post him on their stories? Oh, I love Chris Brown, is my husband, blah, blah. They overlook that stuff. You get what I'm saying?
I think that's with this year just because how many does he have? Because I don't want to know is Rihanna.
Oh, I know he had another one after Rihanna for sure.
I think
another one after Rihanna. What did you say?
That was a while ago though.
Rihanna's one was a while ago. He had another one after Rihanna for sure. I just can't remember details on that one. But what did you say?
You have anyone with Karuchi?
I don't think he hit Karuchi. Karuchi's one was like he had a baby with another girl while with Karuchi. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, they used to fight or something like that?
That's not. I don't think. I never heard of him beating
Karuchi. I never heard about that, but I think he was just being like.
I think he fought another girl, a random girl. It was something about him fighting another girl or something like that. I don't know if it was.
I did see the one where like he was stalker-ish to like Karuchi, like who would pull up to the club that she was at.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was like stalker-ish and stuff. And Karuchi was toxic. He had a baby mama while they were dating and kept that shit like. It was just.
I think it was only her friend. I don't know.
That's also toxic, technically. You get what I'm saying?
I think the baby mama was Karuchi's friend. I may be wrong.
You might be right, actually. That's a different level, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you say this thing in a vacuum, talk to a girl, you're like, oh, imagine a guy that has beat a woman before, and then now he had another girlfriend. He was all stalking, and then he had a baby mama while dating a girl. And when they broke up, he made like songs about how him cheating was the girl's fault. You get what I'm saying? The girl be like, oh, that guy is toxic, blah, blah, blah. But guess what?
Girls still like
you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I feel like some of them try to be politically correct, right? They say, like, if a girl goes on social media and says, oh, no, I don't care about toxic guys. I love toxic guys. People might kill her and be like, oh, don't ever complain if a guy treats you like trash because you're the one saying this now, blah, blah, blah. But like, if we're being real, when they go off social media, bro, they deal with that toxic stuff. Some of them are you get what I'm saying?
So some of them get their own future flowers.
I'll tell you, half of them, man. I heard about that Grace girl. You heard about that Grace chick? That Grace girl that was like going viral like last year or 2 years ago, Grace.
The girl that with the buff guy, the UK girl.
Yeah, the UK girl, bro. Yeah, this girl be tweeting men are trash, men are trash, men are trash.
Yeah.
You know, she got the whole bad day.
Man, what do you expect, man?
What do you say?
I think she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's pregnant. Yeah. That's when our fans didn't know she was even dating any girl, right? And when they found out, that's when they started killing her. Like, oh my god. The girl was saying she broke up with her boyfriend, blah blah blah. Following men are trash. You didn't know the person saying men are trash.
They say all men are trash.
The girl was saying, yo, girl, leave your man now. Don't do this. She's there with her own man. That's how girls are, bro.
Like, that was the same thing with Beyonce, right? I had a conversation with a girl, and then she was telling me how, like, she was upset. She's like a huge Beyonce fan, and she said she was upset with how Beyonce handled like Jay-Z cheating and stuff like that, because apparently Beyonce has always been passing this message of like, leave this man if he's not treating you right, or if he steps out, that kind of thing. But when it was our own case, so she changed that. She talked to mom. I thought we were all on the same page. Maybe that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand that it's like case by case. Like, everybody in relationships are different. Like, you might go through some stuff in your relationship that like it's going to take a lot for you guys to just like break up, that type of stuff. But other people, like any small thing, okay, like this too much, I'm done. You feel me? So I feel like that's what people don't understand. They just think there's a rule that, oh, you're toxic, you do this, we're done. Like, oh, you treat me like this, you're done. Hell no, nigga. All right, trust me, bro. If that's how it's me, I'll be single, bro. Let me just say it.
I think this nigga was toxic.
I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not toxic, bro. Trust me, I'm not toxic. But I'm saying
a toxic person.
All those rules that you have to treat me like this, or like I can't date a guy that doesn't do this, bro. Do you know how many I can't date a guy that doesn't do this? I can't date a guy that's not 6 feet tall. I can't date, bro. I've seen it all. I'm like, bro, if that's the case, I should have a girlfriend. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
That's what we get for internet.
Right.
Yeah, internet is different from real life.
Right, it's friends. And that's some people were born on the internet, basically. Problem is.
That's true, actually. Now that I think about it, bro.
Have
2020.
requirements, like say that they manufacture human beings. Like they have.
That's true, actually. That was just something we need to talk about, like the power of social media.
Yeah.
Like,
Even
even I feel like fake news is more possible. That fake news topic we talked about the other day is more possible because of social media today. There wasn't.
Yeah, I mean
like,
that's the con of social media,
like you don't know about them, and you too, you still won't follow them. And now you be the girl self. Okay, for example, I get girlfriend, right?
This guy.
I see the fuck with them. You still exactly, so you did the same way with that guy. But that one way be being manipulative. You're just ruining someone's life, That one, you yourself.
That's true, actually.
But it still go both ways. Girls too, they do the same thing. Because me and Larry always they have that argument about girls and guys who they cheat more or something like that. This guy no one believes girls. Oh my God.
Oh, Larry, no one.
I think
that's a different topic for another day.
Tomorrow, exactly.
That's topic for another day. But I mean, Fortune, when you're watching this, cut this part out. But I'll just say this, right? I've always said it that, like, in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of things, right? Men cheat more, and that's because of society. I'm saying that I've said that women have the capability of cheating more, but because of how like there's a stigma against, women don't want to appear as like.
I agree with you.
Exactly. They don't want to appear exposed.
But there's another angle,
man. What Larry just says, it goes back to religion.
Barry, no.
That's what it comes down to.
Society,
I'm saying that
let's talk about our age.
Important point.
Society. Forget about my father's records, baby. Say, right now, they're just more slick than guys, man. They're smart. They're smarter.
I understand that. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah. So Bobby. But let me tell you, this is the most important point, right?
Yeah. But wait, what
girls because of the way society is, right?
Yeah. That's what we're talking about, right?
Huh?
We're talking about guys cheat more than girls, or girls cheat more than guys.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. So like, in the grand scheme of things, right? If we look at it, the way society is built, women are more comfortable talking about when they get cheated on because everyone does it. But bro, have you ever, like, when do you really see? No, I'm not saying everyone cheats. I'm saying everyone.
No. You said women are more comfortable. Are you sure you want to use those words?
Talking about
I agree with him though, because it's hard for a guy to come out to social media. They cheat on me, man.
Like if a girl posts something about, this my boyfriend cheated on me, you see girls commenting, that happened to me too. That happened to me. Right. So I'm saying women are more comfortable. What are you saying?
Towards men cheating on them.
No, not comfortable towards men. I'm saying comfortable talking about
opening up about it. Yeah,
that's about it, right? So that means we will know. Like if like women, you know, okay, this girl just got cheated on, that guy got cheated on, because she probably say men are trash, or I'm staying away from men, I'm focusing on me, blah blah blah. But bro, like the shame of a
This guy knows the lines, man. Yeah.
the shame of a guy knowing, yo, my babe just cheated on me. No guy's going to go broadcast, yo, guess what?
Exactly.
My babe cheated on me. You're going to
Get
die
pride.
with that shit, bro.
Get pride.
You guys go talk say I'm focusing on myself.
You go break
I
up
want
with
to
the
go
babe
to
and
grad
tell your
school.
guys, yo, it was me, man. I was still feeling the relationship. You don't go ever tell anybody, yo, she cheated on you unless they did there. You get what I'm
Or they
saying?
did close
So
to
guys
you.
don't really talk about it. That's why we don't know.
Right.
Trust me.
That is fair.
You
Though,
mean, I
and that
agree.
adds to it. Definitely, that's a good point. But I feel like at the end of the day, still, grand scheme of things, bro. Men just cheat more. Again, because of the society, because of how society is set up. If women if they wanted to, they would, by an extra mile. And maybe it's gonna happen soon because people are now getting more sexually liberated and being open about being hoes and stuff like that. The way we see social media today, that was not how it was about 5-10 years ago. Like you couldn't really just even put like sluts in your bio or hoe or just even post a nude. Like now those things are common and people are getting more comfortable with things like that. But I basically just have this argument every time with these guys, and I tell them like generally men cheat more. In the future it might be different, but right now, because of how like society has held them to like a higher standard, to always want to be like, they have to be faithful, they have to be virgins, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But men have been given like the go ahead in a way to always like try to have as many bodies as possible. You know what I'm saying? So you have men going through.
Don't you think that affects the whole narrative? Because if a guy cheats on his girl, he won't keep his mouth shut. He might want to tell his boys, yo, guess what? Yo, I just hit that girl, bro. But girls, if they cheat on that guy, they're dying with that shit. Only that guy will know. They're not
Now, what did this guy know?
No, their friends will know though. Their friends will know though.
Yeah,
not all of
the guy
them
will
tell
know
their friends.
too.
Girls don't talk about that stuff like that. You think they'll say, yo, I just cheated
about it.
Not all of them talk.
You say what?
They don't talk about it. Guys, we talk about it more. They don't talk about it.
Yeah, we talk. They talk. Guys talk more. Yeah,
our friends, some guys can talk about it to just anybody. It's But again, people like me, if I do that kind of shit, I won't do it. I'm a good guy. I go,
that's what I'm saying. So I feel like we can't really. It's basically like we have no facts to back any side with.
Okay, so my facts to back it up was basically a survey, and
right.
It definitely showed men more, but it showed women lower. But I said that the reason behind that was basically because of like this whole society thing, because I feel like because women get approached more than guys, and a lot more than guys in general, so it would be very easy for them to cheat and get away with it. But because even when you think about it, some of them will always be like, oh, they don't want to like increase their body count, like they will always go back to their ex and stuff like that. Like,
wait, is that
there's so many?
That's still cheating, man.
I'm sorry.
That doesn't count.
Wait, say that again.
Head counts as sex, man. If you give head, you don't cheat, man.
Oh, I don't know. Don't say that.
Do you cheat? If you don't, I don't know who cheats. But if a girl cheats, would that be? Is that a reason because they want to increase my body count? I'll just like to.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like based on just in general, because like they feel like they don't want to increase their body count, they always like go back to their exes and stuff like that, and that's kind of like goes back to what I'm saying about society just having like more stricter rules for women, and then compared to guys, like, son, the reason why guys don't cheat more is because they get curved. Like, a nigga would talk to 100 girls, man. If he could, he would want to fuck all of them. But because they go come from now, like,
because
you really think about it.
If you're talking about the rate of shit, like the rate of actually trying to and people that actually cheat, then you're right, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. That like if this nigga could,
like it was a failed mission, it didn't happen.
It's a failed mission.
You're talking about that.
Let me say,
of course you're right. Let me say. That's what you're talking about.
Now don't come and say you did faithful. It just means say you try and you fail. So
you try. Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's crazy.
You know. So that's my whole point.
Great guy, man.
Bro, I promise you, man. if you hear girls talk, and if they try, I mean, in general too, when you think about it, they get approached like if a girl's like attractive and everything. She could, that time in college, man, she would get approached like by 10 different niggas almost every week.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
But don't
in a
you
month,
also
maybe,
think that means more women get to cheat because they get approached more than men?
that's why that is true, but that's why I say it's easier for them if they wanted to. But society has put that restriction of those barriers to prevent them from cheating even as much.
Nah,
So
lie,
I'm
you
saying-
forget that
I'm
barriers,
saying,
man.
I'm saying that
The only
so
barrier is they won't talk about themselves cheating. You get what I'm
and
saying?
at the end of the day too,
Men
if
will
you think
say, oh,
about
yeah, whatever, man. I did what I did. You
at the
get
end
what
of
I'm
the
saying?
day
But
too,
like women won't go and post on a guy's picture, oh, like I love you. But guys might just be like, oh, that's booty fat, that type of shit in comments, even though you have a girlfriend. But girls won't do that. They won't even like his picture. Meanwhile, at the back, she's doing something. You get what I just feel like women don't
all of this. So it's
better.
that is true. Again, it's true. But I'm just about to say that, like, well, I'm shifting to a different direction now. Women, if they get approached like 40 times, they will maybe allow 5 guys hit. Yeah.
Right.
Guys will shoot for 5. They will score 6.
You're fucking lying.
No. That's cap. I'm capping, but I'm just saying that, like, with that, we're comparing to like the dynamics of how, yeah, men will shoot for as many as they can, and they'll get rejected half of the time, and then the ones that they end up getting, and that's just how it is. Like, so, like, if a guy cheats 5 times, you can kind of get the idea that he tried to cheat maybe 25 times. You get what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So you're gonna say that those 5 times they click, but women have to show restraint for those 40 times.
But then again,
and then at the end of 5,
there are some girls that know you're in a relationship.
Huh?
Right? There are some girls that know you're in a relationship, right? But they still will be hitting you up regularly. But they know you're in a relationship. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have friends
so
like
that. They might not be cheating because they're single, but they know you're in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I'm like, I don't know. Women they're very tough to understand. But
toxic,
like,
man, that's one of them. Just because yeah, you're right. I support that.
But yeah, I mean, that's all I had on the matter. I mean, I feel like it's still tricky, but I feel like if society were to just society is slowly lifting those barriers, slowly and surely. Yeah. So when we get our evil ground, I will see the cheating that they complain about. You think they're cheating now?
I bet men they'll be comfortable.
When you reach that level, you will see.
Want to share your screen?
Screen forward. I don't think share
screen. I was
for the thing.
The video. Or you just want to talk about it?
Oh, I'll just talk about it. I mean, people. I'm assuming everyone here has already seen the video. Bobby, that's like the papa with the beat the guy. Yeah, this 21 about the 21K tuition, right? So there's a video going around about this man. I think his son came back with result that was not very appealing. So he's basically slapping this guy, giving him blue on the head and everything. And then there are mixed reactions on social media, like I said before. And that's because his grades. I think I'm just gonna pull up the grades. Does anyone have it up?
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
So yeah, I know he was absent for some courses and he failed. The only distinction he got was in music, and he basically failed in the remaining classes, right? So there have been different takes on Twitter about like physically abusing your child physically and what kind of discipline people should be basically putting their children through. And there are some people saying that, well, there's nothing wrong with what he did, like, that's normal. I was raised that way, I turned out okay. And you have like contradicting arguments saying, well, because he went through this kind of thing doesn't mean like it's the right thing to do or doesn't make it okay. Physical abuse has been known to like affect kids and traumatize them at an early age. So I mean, yeah, so there's different
Can you
things.
guys
So I
see
don't
it?
know. I can't see it. No, it's still loading. But yeah. So basically, I just wanted to see you guys' point of view uh, on what you think, or how the dad handled the situation. Is that okay with you, or would you have handled it differently?
Yo, that this outside kill me, man.
Yeah, man. So I mean, people were now
About to
raising like
show up, man.
people were now basically talking about how like the tuition for the school tuition is about $21,000. So did the talk say he reached make the guy slap him like that? So I don't know what you guys think. How would you have handled that if your child came home with this kind of results and you're paying 21K in tuition?
Who want to go first?
Anyone can take it.
All right. So, I mean, stuff like that. The only places to stuff like that is definitely Africa or I don't know. I think the islands they also do the same. But growing up with some people like, yo, man, people are stubborn, bro. I promise you. I promise you, man. I've seen beating worse than that. I mean, I don't even receive somebody like that, if not even more. But the thing about parents, right? Like I can bet that the dad didn't just start slapping the guy that day for that video. Like he has to exhibit some type of characteristics. Like probably you need to do well before. You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't show that trait, like you need to do well for a test or assignment, man. You don't. I promise you. Even me. Some my parents they're not you now, but before that time, they don't follow you talk 1 or 2 times. You get what I'm saying? They don't follow you talk some certain amount of time. And you can't see they do the same thing, then I guess, especially when you don't know how your father get the money. You get what I'm saying? I'm not sure about the price of this thing, but even at the actual price with that
was the price. That was the
that guy's
price.
supposed, no matter how it is,
1K. Jesus.
yeah, like the guy's supposed to start to do frog jump or do one kind of punishment. You know my point.
You're supposed to come back out.
I don't go room, go kneel down or do some punishment. Then when you come, go use belt. But yeah, I had that couple of times. But like, yeah, like before, I'm definitely sure that before the man laying hand on that guy, the guy don't show some signs, and you don't probably talk to him because I know girls believe say no matter how violent your dad is, like if I don't warn you, say me no do something. So the difference is that some parents it takes them like let me say 5 times before they will touch you. Some of them now once. You understand?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You don't know how your parent they react. Say
You
okay,
good pass.
say I do this one. I don't do this one. You know the next one he's not going to use his mouth. Definitely not. Like people are different. But maybe your parents say they go tell you today, tell you tomorrow, tell you maybe you don't reach. They go don't know say okay don't they come. Maybe this next one don't they come. You understand? But yeah, like but some people say oh if I'm training my child, like some people if you don't have to touch them. You talk to them and they will change, man. Most kids in back home, man. Even all the mad they used to follow us talk. For no day where we day, man. Like it's supposed to show us signs. So when we remember, say, yo, except you don't. Some people are even worse. Even after they know, say they will kill them for house. They go say, when we reach there, they will kill us. Just imagine that kind of person like that. It is a now mouth go help you solve them. When they go say now Martin go do, but that go just talk maybe for 1-2 hours and that's it. But yeah, now that's basically what I can say about that. Like, so if the dad definitely had to, he talked to that guy before he lay hand, and maybe hopefully next year the mother go show us on that video say okay he went to take his math test and English test and this was his result.
It is don't come back the same way.
Like, I feel like
people is like saying in past music, man, say make him be a musician. What in that one? Niggas will be passed.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. For me,
pass Ricky back then. I mean, I was, but
it's not even about the fail, right? Or you not passing, dude. But the absent,
man.
Like, you don't even try. You don't try. Like it's not like okay, maybe this guy just doesn't understand math. Maybe he's supposed to be a musician. Baba no show is like that happy like Bobby was saying, like I get what you're saying about they must have shown traits before it beats him. That makes sense. But bro, even if you be the best son in the world, bro, if you bring back that result, I don't go talk to you. I go slap you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hear, oh, this is the first time, so I don't. I go slap you. That reflex.
Hi.
Are you kidding me?
Our math teacher no dey come class.
Because the only thing people are saying
Yo,
is that maybe
that thing reminds me of when I was younger, dude. Now when I go say, yo, daddy, they know that everybody in my class don't like that teacher. That teacher always calls late. You ask question in class, you tell you to shut up.
You go talk to now, everybody fail the class.
Yeah. Now you go remember.
no, you always have something to say. You say that teacher doesn't like me.
Doesn't like me, yeah.
Maybe for Yoruba, because I'm Yoruba and it's Igbo.
He
always
they use those lines every time.
You go use any line. You
Come
go
on,
talk to the sweat.
man. That for not they did that before.
Bobby, watch out.
Actually, fortunately,
The guy called me like this.
Stop beating them. Come on. You can't be saying stop beating them. You know what this means. I know it does, but why are you beating them? I told you this is a scar on your entire life. Even if you can pass your next sitting, you have two. You know the reputation this stupid thing gives you. Huh? Do you know the reputation it gives you? You're a big boy. You can't read. You can't read. George, come on, don't.
This is a big boy. You can't read.
about the fed.
Yeah, man.
No, this guy. I think he has had it.
Yeah, he needs lesson teacher in his life.
I don't think that's the first time he's talking to his son about stuff like that.
Yeah.
For him to hit him, because even the way I think the person whoever was talking in the background sounded like his mom.
Mm-hmm.
But even the way she was talking, it sounded like obviously he has talked to him before.
Yeah, she wasn't really moved. She was just trying to stop here and there, but she wasn't really
whole thing from happening. But yeah, $21,000 for tuition and
Let me go back to that. Go back. Man, see that is man. Check how much they actually pay. That one is big. For high school.
that can never. This guy is going next semester. Are you mad?
What's the man see this no this?
That's what is real, man. This is where they put the prices.
So if you scroll down, you see like he's probably in the
Right, yeah, bro. 21,680. That's ridiculous, bro.
Nah,
they paid 10 grand for kindergarten, bro. 10 grand.
I mean, 8 was Nigeria, so
yo, that's crazy. Bro. But yeah, that guy's results are just ridiculous, bro.
So the question now is for you
English math.
So the question maths absent.
If pass geography now, I get credit.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So what's the question? Sorry.
My question again is that what would you do in that situation if you were the dad? How would you handle it?
Who wants to go first?
My hand will touch him. Show me, say my hand will touch that picking.
Oh, for me, like I was telling you, me that slap is small to me, because maybe what Baby is saying is true. Right? Maybe as a beating guy, I just see there's no more hope. Maybe he knows for sure, like, okay, this guy after this beating, I'm not going to pay another 21,000. Maybe we'll just move him to a local school in the country. You get what I'm saying? School instead of going to an American school in the country. I'm serious, because like me, I would have done worse than that, because bro, this is 21K. I don't want to hear, oh, I'm sorry, I was upset because, bro, what excuse do you want to give? Like I said, it's one thing if you get like credit on all of them, you get what I'm saying? Like you just get satisfactory, you don't really get distinction. You try, you get what I'm saying? You try harder. But bro, you they upset or satisfactory, you credit, like what is this? That means you don't even try. And that music, you show me that say they just guys they sing or some shit like that. It don't be any serious thing where you got study for. Now why even get distinction in that way? Like I just feel like that guy, is probably a guy that has probably been given the dad issues with, especially when he came to studies, that type of shit, right? And again, dad must have talked to him a couple times. And I'm telling you, if I talked to my son a couple times and he still brought back that result, it won't be my hand. That's what I would say. It won't be my hand.
Okay.
Sound like teeth.
I don't just wait and Larry, I go carry him.
Yeah. Is it waiting?
You just go on that. Stand by, be on standby, be on standby.
You go tell them, say, make them add dance routine. Make them add routine.
Do you want choreography? You tell us, yeah, like choreography work. And don't bring the result come. I mean, I can just feel a little quick. So definitely, like, I feel like that guy no try, because again, like somebody said, I'd rather this guy try and fail. Like, she'll attempt, yeah. Then we know that we have to like maybe sign you up for like some lessons and stuff like that to improve, you know, in the subjects. But for you to not even try at all, and I'm paying all this tuition, man. Okay, so for me, like personally, I don't think I was never really, you know, abused like that or beaten when I was growing up. But that's only because I feel like I didn't really do anything crazy. So I think it'll be easy for me to say, well, I'm not gonna hit my kids, obviously. Like, but that's just, I'm assuming that they turn out okay like me, or you know, because I went to boarding school, so I saw some wayward people, man, and those guys, those guys deserve the decking that they got from their parents, man. So I would say that I would try to be understanding, and I would try to like look for alternate ways to like at least try to understand the problem and then come up with a solution, that kind of thing. So for now, that's my thinking, yeah, but it's easier said than done. Because if you mistakenly, if you're a child now we what became, man. Nothing if you
I'd also like, sir, like people, because I know I was going through some comments and people were saying, oh, if you're rich, like you probably won't, like all those rich people, they won't care because it was 21K to them. But like at the end of the day, bro, it's still 21K. And no matter how rich you are, that means you just threw 21K for nothing. Yeah, what I'm saying?
Yeah, like investment really sure.
And he's gonna repeat the same grade, like the same class.
That's why it's the same class. Like that shit is hard. That's one extra year you have to pay for again. Right?
Especially call out on top the disgrace on top and we you know go fit your friend say your chat. Yeah.
Then they tell you, oh,
my
daughter just came back for she got all distinctions. You can say that's nice.
Your child get.
You just say that's nice.
That's
the time for Twitter, man.
If they press phone, they talk about their own. Guys say no, yeah, man.
Yeah,
so yeah, that's wild. I can't really say what I would do in that situation.
Yeah. No.
How about you, Barry?
Yeah, I just write something and I might not forget them because after I have a question that
Right.
But I feel like there's a lot of context missing in the video. But if we're saying what would I do, first of all, I want to say, as someone that grew up in Nigeria, I understand that video.
I just speak to myself.
I'm sorry. I try to feel bad for that boy, but I understand. That's okay in Zambia. You understand? Like that's not their currency. I know how I felt like when I was going to AU and paying all that money. Like, bro, that's money to me. So I just think to myself, say, I go pay this amount of money for my child go to school first of all.
That's the question, right?
Because if you bring
high school,
that's investment. You know, because you're trying to elevate your family to just better your family, Shasha.
Right.
The thing is, with that guy's situation, it was harsh. I don't even think you should have allowed them record him in the first place. But
yeah,
I thought say the recorder was made no kill him. That's right. That's my
conclusion. That's the only part I didn't understand the recording.
Makes sense, Larry, what you said. Because in that middle issue, made a recorder, make it so I was slow down.
Exactly now.
My point. I no go hit them, you know, because I don't see that situation before. I don't understand them, and I understand why people do that. But then again, for me, it's like, if I pay 21K for you to go to school and you come back with that result, you usually find your next school because you don't finish with that. And that one, guys, for me, that one, guys, be your first semester for that school. You know,
yeah.
That's
That one I would understand.
That's in context now. I don't know if I think that's high school, but let's say if it's freshman year, you're going to another school. From that, you're never doing second
Yeah,
school.
like that's another thing. That's high school, bro. How you they feel high school, dog? I used to hear people repeating high school, but like, bro, I did like I used to hear guys repeating, but I think my set was only like one guy ever in my whole high school career, like that one guy repeated one class, like that was all. But like, bro, it's high school, bro. If you didn't repeat high school, what you go do when you get college?
People they even repeat
freshman for 5 years.
People they repeat primary school, now secondary school we had. Come on.
Yeah,
People go
I mean,
say people in primary school
crazy.
think secondary school hard die. Secondary school. Remember after the primary school, they talk about secondary school like, just like how people talk about secondary school, talk about university. That's how it is.
That's true.
I think it was hard for some folks. I know I did see some people repeat, so it was not that easy for some guys, man.
It was not easy, man.
But that's what I'm saying.
It still comes down to like the background.
The one guy I'm talking about had like a natural like mental issue. So that one, some parents even
that was the
that's
outside. This one they did 100%. They okay. Some of them said they go they chop better food for us past you, bro. I mean, I understand when someone from a family maybe say they don't get time to study, they go this, do that, try hard, and they barely pass, sometimes fail. But some niggas they get the money day, man.
So at the end of the day, man, those guys thank God say you be get sense, that time because to you you'd be wondering like I cannot pass this all night, bro. It's gonna be really
but Larry, the thank God thing, right? That thank God part only comes if that guy was genuinely trying to study, but just not sharp. You know what I'm saying? But bro, if that guy was enjoying his life, he was taking pocket money, blowing.
Yeah, that nigga was
thank God for
that man was an artist.
That don't make sense. Now
they drop record.
That thank God part they talk me say, because not everybody like you. Like I remember some people would take them like 2 hours
to get something.
And some people will just look the paper, they go cram
out
photographic memory. But I promise you, most of them niggas like where we say those always know this thing. Like they know they get time to study, man. They enjoy life.
Enjoy, exactly.
Tasha, I mean, just to round up my own point, I know say me, I will not want to hit him because can't really try to leave things from the past. I try to become a better version of my own generation.
Right.
So I know say I'm not going to hit him, but I know say I'm not going to pay that school again for sure. Him and my mama, that's talk. But me and I'm going to sit down and talk about what he want to do. Because
you want to be a Mali?
If I can 1,000 something into you, my son, then I'd rather invest in something that you want to do than go to waste my money. You understand? This guy might have his family that money to go and invest or do business.
Right. So
I was saying go and open shop for him so he start selling things. We go sit down because at that point money don't go. So this guy, what can I do? I don't feel ask for a refund. So I go just vex, and if I vex with me and I go sit down and talk because if he's not selling anything reasonable, he go there for house he go to watch TV.
But what would be your next move? Are you going to still leave him in that school or are you taking him out?
No, back. He's not going back. If it's like for example now, and say the one more semester. If you tell me say he won't go back, say he won't study. If he says he wants to go back and study, like he's serious that I'll be better, okay. You get one more semester to finish that year. You are going back next semester. If the result is the same or even anything, they look like twins. If there is in any way similar, guy.
They look like twins.
If you like, you're back again. I'm sorry.
Right.
You want to be a bricklayer or you want to be a dancer.
Come on, you're just saying all this ones, man. I promise you. Bye. I totally understand. understand where you're coming
No,
from.
no, no. He's okay. No, go ahead, brother.
No. I thought you understand what Barry's talking about, right? It's not like I'm promoting, violence or whatever.
I'm
Forget
sure
about
he is.
he spent. The money probably going to determine how hard you hit the kid. Okay, let's talk about that. Maybe 21K. Now make him say the strength of like maybe the school fees now like 1K. The strength for not be like that. Now I'm talking about like
No, this
the result himself.
$1
I know, yeah. That's why you go hit them harder. That's the thing, like
Like some parents,
that's how you get like
I
you
have
get grades. It's just like how you get grades for school. Like some of them now 1 credit, some of them.
but
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like we underestimate our parents' plan. Some parents actually plan everything out, right? I know someone that like when they were sending their child abroad to school, they already had all the 4 years and only 4 years saved up.
I think that's
So the guy told his child, if you do more than 4 years, now you go pay for the other years. Man, I get 4 years
Right.
for the year. You get what I'm saying? So what
Yeah.
if the guy had planned that, okay, he's going to spend like 5-6 years in like secondary school, but I don't get here for the money for the 7th one because I already think of university for you. I dey save up for university. Now I go gas pool from his university. So you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't know where this.
the man will cut it short and enjoy the rest of his money. Or invest in whatever the guy.
I feel like you're gonna change your mind when you get there, man. I feel like I understand the part. I'm trying to say, you guys be violent with your kid or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, man, you say go just tell your kids and make him tell you what to do at that age when he can't really handle school. You think, I feel like it's just too like he's becoming an adult too quick. Like school are supposed to train your intellectual, so make you think, like more than an average person, like without going to school. So
Right.
I understand the fact that he might not go to the same school, but if you get pride, you want to make sure, say, okay, you can go finish for that school. You can go ahead and pay the amount you're paying. But yeah, if that guy see it, definitely for me, my child is not going to stop school because of one,
I will give you
like, he can always write back and
like,
get it. Exactly.
Right,
But say, make him talk about what he wants to know, man. I go flog you, then sit you down, tell you, say, at the school where you
that's
go.
exactly. That's
And
what I
if
was
you get
getting
on
at,
that
Barry.
result, man, you're going, like, threatening and waiting, like,
That's the thing about me, right?
He go continue school. He go continue school, but he no go back that school.
That's the thing about me, right? Me,
But me, I
refuse
don't
to
know
put
what
them in
he
that same school.
But he must finish primary school.
Because I feel like that thing, right? For me, right, I go beat you, right? But I go still put you in that same school. Because the way I'm thinking, right? If you never put him in that same school, even if he leaves or he graduates from a different school, that is probably not as high quality as that. He always have that thing in his mind that he wasn't able to do it in that school.
Right.
But that's why I go put you back there, show you that, bro, you fit do this. So in future, let's say you now go to university now, I'm like, bro, remember that school, remember what happened in the beginning, but you still finished, you graduated, look at your grades, you can do this. That'll be motivation. So I'm not going to just take him out. I'll give him a chance, like you said, Barry,
I'll give him one more semester.
Yeah. But I don't just they close that, they spend 3 years salary.
I mean, if I have the money to take him back to the other school, that's cool, that's fine. But man, and stuff like that, right? It's always a try and error, right? So the first time you did this towards your kids, right? I say the first time you don't really care, But now, if you go back to the same school, man, you got to monitor that kid every time. Like the seeing assignments, you just got. But at the end of the day, it's still the responsibility of the child to, listen for class, to do what you want to do. But you just monitor and better. But now, man, if not me, that chop, that's couple of slaps, he actually did. Next time, if you want to do it, maybe you want to skip that exam.
All I'm going to say is me. I've done less things, right? I've done less things and received more beating than that.
That's exactly what I'm saying, man.
I've done less than that. I received some super beatings in my life.
What?
That no beating. Why? So then I say, wait to be this. Because you know, say, Linde. Now why you see the Nigerians comment.
Not only for Nigeria, I will see what's it called. I can't remember the word. Like they use for solar system, man. We think for lights, man. You can't come with level. People had generators. One way they use gas. They want petrol. The one way they use diesel. That are the bigger one. For no solar panel. And what's the name of this word? This one we usually use, like if you get tea,
inverter.
like
Better.
inverter. No, not the inverter. I'm talking about this small, what's it called? Like stabilizer. I remember stabilizer back days of stabilizer.
Oh yeah. Oh,
And the other one was
UPS
UPS,
or what
right?
you call it?
UPS,
Yeah,
right? Now
UPS.
only when I do stuff like that, man.
Oh, I get that
Yeah,
shit.
it's super cool. When I take lights, because see they play game,
Yeah.
before the city.
That shit was tough. I'm not gonna lie.
For real though.
I always told my PS2 or PS2 I used to do back then.
Yeah.
That thing. But yeah, but for real though, that's the way Nigeria. I feel like these guys they've seen that social media is actually powerful. It's like the same ones that do you know that tweet that they sent to Elon Musk about the ventilators. You know they denied that thing. I'm like, bro, we saw this thing now. How you deny it? Like,
This guy,
I just see the picture. I actually went to the comments of that tweet, and I saw them actually tweet Elon Musk. And they lied. They said that never happened, and they deleted it. I'm like, are you kidding me? Our country, man, they have issues.
When that contract knew was over, and when they say snake eats money.
Oh, bro. Now when they said they spent $1 billion sending SMS. $1 billion sending
what I talked about before. So once that
then
one
they asked them, right? They asked them, okay, if you spent it, okay, I'm not saying you're lying, no, but if you spend that $1 billion, let's see like the breakdown. You get what I'm saying? No more. $1 billion is a lot. Let's see the breakdown. They say, oh, the breakdown is in this building, whatever. They say, okay, go get it from the building point. He said, it's how Nigeria is, man. These guys, they get it. They spent that thing, they've shared it amongst themselves already. And I knew that was going to happen. That's what I was telling people, don't donate. Just start up your own like boss or whatever stand and give people food or whatever.
Like direct impact to people. Like if I want to help somebody now, I'll say my mom should go to this particular, or she should pick an orphanage home and just go and distribute stuff. Or
yeah, exactly.
People, right. If you donate to this person doing online, I'm like,
they donate to the government. You know they donate to the people, bro. Like they always take your money.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, man. I be happy for that country. I never because I never see country where get potential like that. Where like this, I don't know if it's because we are more open-minded than certain people because we've seen a different type of lifestyle. I don't know if that's the case.
Wait, say that one more time. You don't know if it's what?
If because we're in America and we've seen a different kind of lifestyle.
Oh, exposure, right?
Exposure, and then we're more open-minded. That we see things differently and we see how we can better our own country. But it's just like most of these people that claim they are our leaders, like most of them, they travel here more than the average. They travel here a lot for different reasons, health reasons, just for fun. They have houses here. Like, don't you want to replicate that them that you see that you're enjoying? Don't you want to replicate in your own country that you feel comfortable?
And those niggas are greedy from.
Bro,
so to that,
wanting to I get it though. I mean, property here is expensive to get that. That's investment. But guy, even by doing it, I was still want to get like
yeah.
Like shit.
No, I mean to that point, right? I've always, asked that question of like, don't these guys have small shame that like, you go to another country and like, even your country is not that respected because of the things that you lack, right? And then you just go over to this other country to enjoy these things. And we've seen from this COVID-19 situation where like everyone kind of knew that like if this was something that was really affecting Nigeria, right? All these leaders would have just been on a jet out to the next country to get medical services. But now you have to deal with what we have, within your country, and that's where everyone is like struggling, So yeah, definitely, like we definitely need to talk about the kind of leaders that we have. But I wanted to use this point to go back to that video and the sort of discipline that has been used on that child. Do you think that is the reason? I mean, because like you said, we're exposed now, and we have we're a little more open-minded than like the traditional Nigerian, right? A lot of people have argued based on that video that like just like physical abuse or beating kind of molds the child to be better, and there have been other arguments that like
Nigerians are not necessarily better morally, even because they were beaten, right? We can see how, like, Americans, most of them don't necessarily beat their children, but they seem to turn out okay. So I've seen different arguments, on social media, people trying to defend the act of like physically abusing their child as discipline, and saying that it would help mold the child. And people have also argued that, like, based on the currency of Nigeria, can we agree that all those beatings did not mean anything? Because most of them that were beat turned out to be the politicians that are ruling us today. They turned out to be greedy, turned out to be immoral, all these different things. And then, if we were to take like a much better approach, maybe understanding the child better, or looking for alternative ways to discipline the child, maybe it'll turn out okay, like how we have some Americans here that are okay, that kind of thing. So I just wanted to see how you guys feel about that. But one thing I also add is the fact that I feel like a lot of Nigerians are very traditional and they're not as solution oriented. So for example, now if that child, if this is not his first time doing that kind of thing, right, and they beat him the first time, it happens again, second time they beat him, like the third time they beat him. That's how a lot of Nigerian households operate, right? Like, you're doing the same thing and the same result keeps happening. You're not thinking of a way to change that approach, to try something else. You get what I'm saying? Like, it gets to a point where you have to, try another method and see what comes out of it. But you're repeating the same thing, expecting a different result, and that hasn't shown any promise. So I would say that if we're to be more open-minded, we should always consider like alternative means to solving problems. Like, that's kind of what it means to be solution-oriented. But I feel like a lot of Nigerians, traditional Nigerians, are not like that. So maybe that's why Nigeria is the way it is today. But
I agree.
That's facts. Like, I mean, what you said is actually correct, but at the same time, too, if you look at it from this perspective, right, like, you said something about solutionally reactive, and you said something about beating kids, right? That is one aspect, but you also mentioned how that's affecting our politics and all these politicians. I also think, I won't say that that's training more than it's just poverty, man, honestly speaking, and lack of proper education. Like, we spoke on this earlier on. Like, all those, past politicians are guys that study zoology and all that rubbish. They know nothing about the economy, right? Like, they're just there because they're like, yo, I'm going to make it no matter what so I can go steal. You get what I'm saying? That's their mindset coming in. But I feel like if you look at the grand scheme of things, like me, that's one thing I used to tell my parents, right? Like, at the end of the day, like, I thought they thought, oh, see me, like, oh, you're a bad guy, like, oh, you see me, you're too troublesome, blah, blah, like, we suffered, like, growing up, like, we always have to beat you. And I told my dad once, like, I thought I was crazy till I came to America, man. Like, they're actually real crazy people. Like, me, even as crazy as I am, at the level where I say, okay, me, I know if you go past this level, this is my own children. I know they go past this. But when they stop, now when some people, they actually start. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's starting points. And then that's why I'm like, oh, okay, I see why my training actually comes in handy. Because I know, say, okay, when I get to this level now, I'm like, oh, more, I don't do past me already, I just stop here. So people, they go the extra mile because, like, they don't get that background and training. Like, Americans, you see how they just, some guy can say, yo, I was bullied today in school. Fuck it, I'm going to shoot up the school. You don't go ever. I mean, there's a point to make that guns are not obviously as easy to access in Nigeria as here, obviously.
Acquire, yeah.
But I don't think Nigerians don't, like, when it comes to killing people, suicide.
But
if you remember
think
that,
about what you're about to say.
Because
I was gonna counter to say that, like, as much as we feel like, oh, maybe Nigerians don't commit mass shootings and stuff, man, nobody Insta blog they say every day where person go kill
I'm not
or
talking about mass shootings,
right?
I'm talking about Nigerians have this issue with death. Like, for example, you remember that Abdul Muttalab guy, right? What was the issue? Baba no one died.
Yeah.
Like, the guy get the explosives, everything on the plane, but it just In Nigeria, the guy don't want that. If you don't execute, you get what I'm saying? The guy's pants already there on fire, but he just couldn't execute it because he was thinking, yo, I can't die. I feel like Nigerians have that, like the way we grew up knowing, oh, suicide, like being suicidal is a bad thing. You can't even tell your parents, oh, Dad, I'm having suicidal thoughts. They go slap you first before they ask you why. You get what I'm saying? Because like that's just the way the culture is. It's a bad thing. You're thinking that. What do you say?
Reset.
Exactly. They're like, over here, they go give you suicidal lines, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, what's wrong with you, blah, blah, bro. Nigeria, they go tell you, you're actually mad. You need deliverance. That's what they'll tell you. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like that, it could be a positive and a negative. Depends on how you look at it. Like I said, I don't think the way you beat your child or train them is really what's going to affect the way they turn out. Like, people that go to church every day, once they leave house, they go to university, they might turn out the other way. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like that's what sets boundaries. You're still going to do whatever you want when you grow up and you're an adult. But I feel like more often than not, I see people that grew up in the same background I did always have those certain boundaries. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like, I've seen some Americans that they're just crazy. They don't care, bro. You get what I'm saying? I've had an American friend that has told me, yo, you see me, anyone fuck with you? I'm pull up, bro. I'm like, bro, I just didn't play. I didn't party, they fight.
That's what's today, Nigeria now.
I said, bro,
not 1 million boys with the year about for street.
Or whatever.
But that's a good point. But again, like I would say that, you know, as much as I've seen crazy people here in America, I've seen decent people as well. And like, for example, like let's just like my workplace, for example, I feel like I kind of know where everyone, like the worst everyone can do. I kind of have an idea. You know what I'm saying? Like they're pretty decent, and maybe obviously because of the way the company hires like the best people and stuff like that.
Right,
That's fair too. But I've seen like just by looking at that, I just get imagining like, okay, well, these people are not really raised with like an iron hand or with beating and stuff like that. They turn out okay. But in Nigeria, it's a place where like, you know, police officers will just slap person for no reason, that kind of thing. You get what I'm saying? And you don't think it's like because of that upbringing, you know, or that experience of just assault being like a normal thing, you know. Like in this place, I've seen so many situations here.
So
like, should we put this in the controlled like experiment? Like if we compare, because I feel like if you take educated people anywhere in the world, like I mean they're probably not that bad. Not I didn't say all of them, but like probably not as bad.
If we want to compare educated Nigerians versus educated Americans, I'm telling you that like those are educated Nigerians are embarrassing.
That's what I'm saying. Educated Nigerians,
unless exposed. If you now say exposed Nigerians, then you know.
But that's what I'm saying. The quality of education in Nigeria, you can't really. That's what I'm saying. I can't compare education. So let's do uneducation because you're uneducated wherever you are in the world. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you compare uneducated people in America to uneducated people in Nigeria, like bro, there's uneducated black people that all they do is join gangs, but that's all they know. You get what I'm saying? There are people they call rednecks. All those white people that they just carry guns. They like that gun right. They shoot you. I don't know if you watch the kink. That's all they do. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, if you compare that to uneducated people in Nigeria, I mean, like, are they really that different? Like, you get what I'm saying? Are they that different? I feel like they're pretty similar, in my opinion. I feel like they're pretty similar if you compare that.
That's fair, and I guess that's why. I mean, I don't know if there's a way we can compare both because both are a set of people that are like they've lacked like the normal regular upbringing that would teach them like, you know, morals and values and things like that. So obviously I think it's fair to expect that. But then if we now compare like what we hold as morals and values in Nigeria and how we use that to raise kids versus how Americans maybe are more open-minded, right? And then we see the result at the end of the day that let's say Nigerians are not, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a correlation between the way we discipline people in Nigeria and the way Americans raise kids to be open-minded, you know, and have like an alternative approach to like solving whatever issues they have with them, you know, whether it's mentally or maybe they're not doing well at school. Because I have mentored kids before, and some of these guys were bad and everything, but it's like you can you can think of ways. You can be creative. You can be innovative and everything. You can figure out how to like solve that problem you're having with that child. When you're not like, if you're able to communicate with them, you know, and just listen to what they have to say. Obviously, it's not everyone. Some people are just going to be naturally bad. But I've dealt with kids, and then I've seen that like some of the way they react, maybe if they're not reacting well, or if they're being bad, maybe it's based on what they're going through at home, or there's some reason that is causing them to be the way they are, and then like you can actually figure out a way to solve that problem. Compared to Nigerians, where like they don't even want to know what the problem is. They will beat you, and if you do it again, they'll beat you again. You get what I'm saying? Like,
But
they'll
Larry,
keep beating you, right?
doesn't that okay, there's this guy, I don't know if you've watched this documentary, Aaron Hernandez, that football player that got convicted of murder, right?
Yeah,
the thing was, yeah, so like pretty much the gist of the whole thing was when the guy's father was alive, right? Because the guy became a pro footballer, so he must have been serious with the sports. But when the guy's father was alive, because his father was a disciplinarian, so he had that fear of his father. He wouldn't do anything crazy. He won't hang out with all these bad friends and stuff. It was when his dad died that he started doing all these things. So I feel like that fear alone, like, will make you restrict like for the early parts of your life when you're growing, during puberty and all that, when you're still living with your parents, that fear will give you some restrictions because they're like, oh, my friends are doing this, but if I do this, they will slap me. Rather than other people where when they're growing up, their parents just talk to them, but they don't have that fear. So they might still turn out. It just depends on how the person is. Do I want to do it or not?
So Simi, I'll now conclude with this, right? So is that fear now effective when it only worked when that guy was alive? Whereas when he died, that went away, and then he could do whatever he wanted to do. I mean, he committed so many crimes and ended up, dying in jail. Compared to finding an alternative way to discipline that child, whereas you don't have to even be there for them to, if they're trying to, you know what I'm saying. So, if I feel like that's the route that a lot of Nigerians use, like they use fear, and that's why it's like we don't necessarily learn to not do those bad things. We just try to not to get caught, or we try to be slick about it, that kind of thing. Because even just based on growing up, like kids that are bad with bad, man. No matter how you flog them, you can flog them today, tomorrow, next week.
Yeah.
Nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And then I've seen a different approach with kids here, and I'm just like, okay, well, this is why I guess some people are just turn out being better than others. Like, if you give kids a chance, and if you're like open-minded with them, and if you're like constantly like being trying to at least solve their problems or see what they're going through, I think some of them would actually do well at the end of the day, compared to just having that traditional approach of just flogging this kid regardless of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even trying to figure out what the problem is, just flog it. And it's like, how do you keep doing the same thing expecting a different result? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even back then, I remember when like parents would force like degree on the majors, like they'll force you to be in science class. This guy's not science.
Not this guy's not. Yeah, he's not going to study anything that's to do with science.
This man has not passed any type of science class since day one, and you just want him to be a medical doctor, maybe because of how you believe. And every time he's coming back with bad grades, you're flogging him. You get what I'm saying?
You're flogging him, right?
You go to flog and you say, okay, next time I go flog 20, next time I go 45. Like, that is not helping anybody. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like, okay, well, just the approach of, okay, well, let's figure out what you like, and then let's try to improve on that. And I use that example because my mentor in college, right, he had a son, and I was just looking at how his son was raised. I was just like, okay, yeah, this is obviously a better approach. Like, this guy was maybe around, he was 10, 11, but he's been going to engineering camps since the age 9 or something, right? So he already, like, because I was mentioning this program back in my college, so he was already like accustomed to like drones and how to like program drones and stuff like that. So I just think like this kind of guy now, guys forced him to be an engineer. You get what I'm saying? You kind of already molded him, upset that, just send that foundation for him at a young age, and then like it gets to a point where when he's ready to go to college, like he will most likely pick a STEM major, and then you're fine. And I've compared that to like situations I've seen in Nigeria where like, parents will just label this one doctor. This guy's not passed any any science class, math class in his life, but you don't know how
That's
he's gonna
very
do it.
true.
But that's how it is. So that's how I feel like people just have. We have to like get rid of that traditional method that we have of doing things and just be more like solution oriented with the way we do things since we're exposed. But that's just my take. But I don't remember for a while.
Right. Larry, it's not what you thought, right? And yeah, you're definitely right about using another route. But the reason why that one is even actually working here is the environment. Like the environment actually plays a very big role in society. Like, you can't do it here because you can't get charged for it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's not even an option to hit anybody here. You understand? So I think that's the reason. That's the reason. Like, it's helping them not to even touch the kids. So that's why they have this route of not hitting the kids. Like, I promise you, I'm not saying. I promise you that if they take out that law, like, you're gonna have cases of people actually hitting it. But I'm not saying that's the reason why it's gonna change somebody. Like, if person won't change, now the person will change, man. Like, if you talk to a person, right? And I promise you, talk to the person, and the person is not going to change. And when you hit them, they will can't change. They can't know where they get wrong. And if you hit a child, and the child no will change, but when you talk to them, the person will understand this thing. Like, for example, for class, right? Back then, when you did for class and you fail, if you let's say you fail an assignment or whatever, they get cut off mark. I promise you, right? And they will say, okay, if you get below 5, they will flog you, right?
right.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can't get below 5. They flog you. The next time you want to take a test, man, you get what I'm saying? You go on, try pass that
Yeah,
5.
for
Sometimes if
sure.
you don't want to get 10 over 10, no.
Any
That's true.
any
Like,
way
if you don't
possible.
want to get, so just imagine now the professor, how you want me the teacher talk for class? Say, I know y'all study hard. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Another
so, and
incentive.
there's some
Okay,
people
if I
still, when they still flog them, they go still fail again. So those ones don't go change. And
Yeah.
I promise you, like, you thought, like,
Those
you get
same
what I'm
ones
saying?
they no go change. If you talk to them, they
So,
still no go change. They just no go change. Like, you get what
change.
I'm
There's
saying,
some
Larry?
people like that. Like, but
Hey,
the
hey,
part where we say the different routes, right? For example, what you said, right? Okay. But what I know for a fact is that I don't think any parents just start flogging the child just like that for one wrong. Then something is wrong with the parents. Like, the guys don't follow that Pekin, talk a
have you,
couple of times, and
will
then
not,
it just comes out. But some parents, it will never come out. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not, because that's the kind of person they are. They probably want to start, talk, but like, at the same time, man, it's just, I feel it's discipline. You know,
Yeah.
if you're a child, right, and they stubborn when they're young, and you feel say now because say they flog you or you receive some hands, and that will make you change, then I guess it's just gonna happen automatically. Like, if my picking too, I follow and talk, and I can't say I don't try reason with them and this shit didn't work, then maybe the route I use, because I promise you, not be everybody, like, the struggle where your parents struggle, man, they don't want you struggle. That's why they carry you go on that school. You know the one, like, for me
Right,
now,
right.
my father don't really touch me like that, but he touched me a couple of times. And my own self, most of the time, was not about school. Not just biscuit, so not soccer.
Right. Soccer. Oh
I
my
will come
God.
back home
That's the
late.
same thing.
My
Same
own
thing.
problem with me was that he tells me to play soccer for these hours, right? And I go over, go even come like pretty much late, like, But that one, he got tired about that one. That's when he just pursue me, say, what, just go, come over here. But yeah, but like, they no go want, if a parent receive beating, I'm just saying, like, that, I think that's normal. But like, now when they believe, say, okay, you don't reach this point, that means I'll go to this route. Since that's so they take doom in, so maybe you won't receive the same, beating. But another thing we talk about, say, we just, they're so traditional, like, say, because it's always so hard for us to, change back. Might say you don't start to the beat the picking finish and come hear word. I promise you, no African go want say, okay, wait till you want to do since this one no go for you. Like, very, very hard for African parents to say, okay, we don't beat you finish, we don't talk to you, don't finish, wait till you want to. And that's the talk that a parent should have. Like, if you tell them say, because when you talk say, yo, they dictate what you want. It happens all the time. I remember that time my dad would say, yo, you go be this one, you go be this one. You get what I'm saying? When we were younger, when our auntie and uncle called, they'll come say, yo, tell them what you want to be. No, they will ask you what you want to. Your uncle, your auntie will ask you what you want to be.
If you don't talk
They ask you that
engineering, they will
question.
look, you say, are you
Then
stupid?
they'll come say, yeah, I want to be an engineer. You get what I'm saying? But like for us back home, we don't actually, look at what the kids actually like. You get what I'm saying? And that can also influence how they're gonna do in school. You get what I'm like?
But then
that can actually be the first failure, because now that will go determine if you go receive too much flogging later, because get wait, it might not date there. You get me? Like it might not date there, but if at the end of the day you decide what you want and I agree to and now you can't be fuck up for what you want, then there's a problem somewhere. But they don't even go through that route at all. They just go and be like, okay, it will be science. Now science class in the day. You get what I'm saying? And once that happens and they talk to you, no greed, and they come they torture you, make you change. Yeah, that's but I mean sometimes I torture, man. But me, I know, my own stubborn, I just outside.
But then again, like over here, right? They have the luxury of saying, like, okay, you feed study music, become sound engineer, making it like something for yourself. Over here, you pretty much can study anything and still get any job over here, right?
Right.
They'll just train you on the job, whatever. But like, bro, if you study music in Nigeria, let's be real. If you study music in Nigeria, you're not, bro. People that study engineering don't get jobs. They're not going to hire you doing music. That's what I'm saying, right? So like our parents that know that will not sit down and say, oh, you love music. Okay, that's my son. Go study. They're going to be like, bro, I'm going to beat that music out of you.
You're definitely right about
you get what I'm saying? That's where the mindset they grew up having. Like, yo, I can't let my child study something that is not going to like be able to get a job easily from. You get what I'm saying? Like that's why they mostly push you towards like science, because they know no matter what, technology or science, like you're gonna get a job regardless. That's safe.
But that's why I'm saying that, like, I mean, it's not necessarily, it's okay for you to want a specific route for your kids, but I'm saying that like you kind of have to like lay that foundation for them. Otherwise, you are just going to be freestyling there. And like, if you don't try to like encourage them at a young age, like I said, the kid that had to go through like different camps, engineering camps, and like, they taught them how to like program drones and play with stuff like that. Like, if you're not laying those kind of foundations for the kid, like you can't really, you're really just gambling at that point, because there's nothing to guarantee that child would actually have interest or even be able to cope in that course, maybe it's science or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I feel like Nigerians have to do differently. Like, okay, if I want my child to be an engineer, I'll just start grooming him at an early age. And if by the time he's 11 or 12, I'll know if he can handle it or not. You know what I'm saying? And then that might maybe make a different decision. Like, okay, well, if I see that he doesn't really have a passion or is not really strong in math or science, but he's doing pretty well in physics, and then I can push him through that route, that kind of thing. So that's a much more effective method than just forcing them to go one route because of whatever reasons you have, which is those reasons will be valid, because obviously you can't get jobs as a science. I mean, you can't really get jobs if you're like a music major in Nigeria. But if you want a certain route, if you want them to be in a certain route, like you definitely have to like play your part at an early age, at an early stage, and not just freestyle. So that's kind of like where I'm coming from.
Right. I understand what you're talking about, Nari. It's like, but most parents are like, I don't know if you know, it's in the already made products. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like they want something that, like a major or something you study where you don't have to like really look for it. Like, like if you want to be a music, like they can imply, try to put that what you want at an early stage, but like at the end of the day, like you might not really. And at the end of the day, they want you to be successful. I mean, and successful is like is different. Like is my own success is gonna be different from yours. You know what I'm saying? So like talking about the major, like why they want you to be doctors or engineers. But at the end of the day, it's easier for you to have a better job compared to, you know, being an artist, like, you know, maybe say Sabi draw. You get me? So they go on say, okay, if you can't Sabi draw now, like the market need to move for Nigeria. Like I guess the market as well just fly you out. That's the thing now, like it's not gonna sell. Even artists too. Like look at Nigeria industry. Like what guys nobody they sing again, man. You get what I'm saying? Like even you can't just sit down, you can't be a writer. Well, they don't really get credit for Nigeria. What?
Right, exactly.
You can't say, "Let me write this song." Who you want to tell? Not this guy. Person will sing song for our head. Not them write up for Nigeria. You gotta say, but I mean, at the same time, like my own me being successful might be different for yours. Me, maybe if I do this product and you know everybody like this amount of persons like it, and I'm cool with it. But like, I mean, at the end of the day, if your parents want to do for the best, they're not gonna want to see them like that. Now, until you reach that age, now you go talk so okay. Now, so you know, but yeah, man, I just feel like everything, like different, the environment also affects, you know, the way, you know, like parents and kids and all that. Like even the way a black person is gonna, like, you know, like a black kid, the parent and a kid of a black person is different from even a white person. You get what I'm saying? Like it always it's different. So even Africans, I guess, are extreme. Why? Because of, you know, the environment where we are. Like don't really have you have to do this. That's the thing. Like, you know, like is it that yes or yes? You get me? Like there's no way say oh, like now I won't go. It's even up to college this thing now. Like no one actually goes to college for, you know, like little stuff. Like, I mean, they're not little, but like say, oh, I want to be an artist or I want, you know, learn music, because they're at the end of the day, where the commodity day, you know, where you want to make your money from. You know what I'm saying? But like, so that's why I say the environment, you know, that's why I guess it also, you know, influenced the
also,
parents.
I feel like personal experience also affects you. Like if you're a child that growing up, your parents didn't beat you and you turned out well, then obviously you won't beat your child just because you have to, because you come from this.
That's where I stand.
But if you are a child that, like, growing up, you know your parents beat you, that's what turned you to what you are. When times get hard with your kids, that's probably what you fall back to.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought. I don't believe like any parents will just start beating the kids.
Right, yeah.
Like, that's gonna be the first option. Like you don't want your kids to experience what you did. Like, you know, like you always the better. It just goes like that. Like what my dad did, you know, better me. It's out to my kids to go better pass what I do. So like, I receive small hand. No me say when they fuck up, I will just start to rush them. I say, not in thief money from you know, you do something really bad. But yeah, I'll be like, okay, that's always an option. But what about you? Maybe say they follow you talk now, you can't bump the key when if you follow talk. So what do you do? I mean,
exactly. That's true though. That's true. I mean, like that's another thing.
What's the option for you? Like, and you know the reason why I'm not trying to, you know, but that's why, you know, here they don't really have that option, because that's the only way they are. They were brought up, like, you know, and then you start seeing that, okay, I can't control my kid.
Exactly. And that's one thing Larry was saying that Aaron Hernandez I brought up, right? Is that when he was still a teenager, you get what I'm saying? He was still young. I feel like if his dad died when he was 20, because he's been pretending, let's say he's been pretending or living on that faith for 20 years, he's already grown. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like what we need to do is like most people that end up turn out like bad or whatever, like I feel like it didn't start when they were 25. You get what I'm saying? It must have started, something went wrong when they were young. So I feel like that fear is enough to keep you, okay, you're doing this only because of fear, but you're still not going straight away. You get what I'm saying? And once you do that, by the time you get older, that's when you can actually understand, oh, this is why my parents were beating me. This is why they did this. But by that time, you're already old. You're more mature. But if at a young age, you're already allowed to do this, go there, do crazy stuff, like, then that's when you're even more likely to make a mistake when you're young. You get what I'm saying? And then you just messed up your life for good. So I feel like, like that fear too is also good when you're young. You get what I'm saying? Till you've grown up and you're more mature, now you can understand. That's how I feel, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, everybody always